Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome along to another first impression piece from us. This time we are out with McConnel, looking at their heavily updated, it's now the V300 Agribuggy Self-Propelled sprayer. Now there's quite a few bits to talk about on this, I believe. There's quite a few updates. Two big updates include the new cab and a brand new transmission. So today what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to get a walk round with Alex Fastnage from McConnell. So we're going to get stuck into the machine, all the ins and outs, go through all the updates, and then once we've done that, like I say, hopefully if this weather holds off, we're going to dive in the cab and we're going to have a little blast up and down the field, and Alex is going to show us the new cab, all the controls, the control layout and the operation of this V300 self-propelled sprayer. So Alex, before we just dive in, just give us a bit of background about the Agribuggy, because it's kind of sort of really found its place in the marketplace, hasn't it? It's got its niche, hasn't it? It's got its fan base, you might say. Absolutely.
I mean, it's one of the lightest on the market, and it has been for, well, its entire pedigree, you know, from the beginning. And that's what we've always been about, is keeping it lightweight, but also giving the same appeal as other crop sprayers. And I've been with the Agribuggy now for 20 years, and I've seen it grow from a fairly young machine and quite a small machine, and it hasn't grown up a huge amount, but it's improved, and we've kept making those improvements as the years have gone on.
That's it. In terms of its stature, it's not really got much bigger.
Not
all,
really,
but in terms of technology, it's fairly well packed it on now, hasn't it?
It's grown immensely. In all ways, it's grown immensely. But trying again to just keep that USP of lightweight.
Good stuff. Right. Well, let's dive in then. What should we start with, Alex? Should we start with the heart of the machine, if you want, with the engine transmission? So
the transmission is it's hydromechanical now.
Yeah.
And it's a Lindy system. So we've got two hydraulic motors on the axles that is driven by the hydro unit.
Right, so you've got a motor on the front axle, one on the back axle.
Yeah. Incorporated in that, we've got a rear locking differential.
Yeah.
Which is button operated in the cab, so that's part-time. You know, you don't have it engaged all the time. The axles are made by OMSI, and as I said, the transmission's made by Lindy. And it's a completely bespoke software program that we've gone for. We're still we've developed it and it's ready for market, but we're always making tweaks on it.
Yeah.
Just to get the best drivability for the machine.
That's it. And what transmission was it in before this?
So before this, it was a four-speed automatic transmission.
Yeah.
With a 2-speed high-low gear transfer box on the back, with obviously prop shafts down to the axle. And don't get me wrong, that served us very well over the years, and it's been very good. But we just wanted to move forward, and really the only way of moving forward was going to hydromechanical.
And with this now being a variable drive machine, you'll still have that sort of mechanical efficiency in terms of getting the power to the wheels. Via those axles, will you?
Yeah, so drive, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we're driving two units.
Yeah.
So not 4 independent wheels. So we've got a lot more control over slip, over drive, and over, you know, so sticky terrain. We haven't got to worry about 2 independent wheels spinning, because it's going to be one axle that's spinning. So in realms, in the way of doing traction control, I'm not going to say it's easier, because I'm sure a software engineer would tell me that isn't right. But certainly being able to tie the two together to get the positive drive that we need in those difficult conditions is a lot simplified.
What sort of braking have you got on this as well?
So we've also got exhaust brake, which is applied by the engine, reversed exhaust brake on overrun. We've got 4 6-pot calipers, hydraulic braking system. So we've got brake disc, brake calipers. And we've obviously also got the transmission braking as well. So we've got 3 free braking systems.
So really. It will pull up then.
So it will pull up very, very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's it. And then suspension wise on this, because this has all round suspension on this.
Yeah, so we've got leaf suspension, which is obviously independent to a degree. We've kept with the leaf suspension because, do you know what? It works really well. And
simple, isn't it?
It's simple. We have gone to parabolic springs to give us a smoother ride, and to make sure that the recoil's not too bad, because on the older machines the recoil was a bit bouncy.
Right.
So we've done that to improve the ride, but we decided to keep with the springs because they do work very well.
And then wheel and tyre options, what you got on this?
So wheel and tyre options, you can either have the 540 by 65 by 24s, which is on it currently, or you can go to the 600 by 60 by 28 flotations. Those are the two options that we do offer for the flotation side. Other options could be available if the end user, operator, owner wanted them.
Right.
Row crop wise, we do a 42-inch row crop, we do 36 and 38 inch, 13.8, 12.4, and 42 inch. So we do a variable range of, and on the 42-inch row crop, you actually get 0.9 of a metre between the bottom of the axle trumpet, axle diff casing to the ground.
All right, so you got a nice bit of clearance there.
Quite a bit of clearance going on.
That's it. And what steering modes have you got on this?
So you've got four-wheel steer, constant four-wheel steer. You've got auto four-wheel steer. So auto works basically when you come to the end of the to the headland and the sprayer switches off.
Yeah.
It will go into four-wheel steer automatically, so you're then ready to make the turn at the end. You've got two-wheel steer, which it'll pop in and out of, and the last one, which is crab steer, but that obviously not many people use that.
Getting out of sort of trouble mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then let's go engine bay. Can we have a
engine bay? Engine bay is very, very easy to get into, and we've made it all very close coupled.
Right.
We've got the air filter, obviously check the oil. Fuel filter is very easy to get to. Filling for the fuel, AdBlue, and then the engine oil fill there. It's all very, very easy to get to.
Yeah. And have you made a bit more space in here as well? Has this
Yeah,
been tweaked a little bit as
we
well?
haven't actually made the engine bay much bigger, but what we have done, or what we had to do, was make room for our oil cooler and our transmission cooler.
Right.
So that's where the transmission cooler and the oil tank lives in there.
So that's all in there.
Yeah, but it also meant that it opened it up to be able to get to the front of the engine to do the auxiliary belt, etc.
Right, got you. So speaking of engine, Cummins power in here.
Yeah, so Cummins, it's a 3.8 F series Cummins, 148 horsepower. With 600 newton meters of torque. It's certainly got a lot of poke.
I was going to say, I'll have a bit of punch that,
yeah,
won't it?
absolutely.
Yeah.